This is going to be the wave lap as they thunder down into turn number 3. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Here they come. Salute.
Out of your seat, onto your feet.
And stamp your feet. Give them the big wave. Make some noise. Shout out your favorite drivers and everybody in this near capacity crowd from the Stafford Motor Speedway is waving proudly as they celebrate this, the big event for modified racing. 2x2, lights still remain on in the pace car. Kyle Rickey reminding the fans, hold on to your seats because the ground will not only shake, it'll tremor, and it'll be rock and roll time from the half mile here in Stafford.
Can Matt Hirschman finally win at Stafford? I feel like he's won everywhere else and every other major event, but he's never won here at the Stafford Speedway and is an early favorite to win 100 laps from now. We'll see what Matt Hirschman can do. Mike Christopher Jr. driving the 7NY for Tommy Baldwin. They won together in an open modified race here last year. Let's see if Mike can get to victory lane here this evening. Set to go, lights are off on the pace car. Field 33 strong, doubled up in rows of 2 on the back straightaway. Ron Silk, Ryan Priest, pace car set to head to the pit lane, and with the call of the start of the 50th running of the NAPA Auto Parts Spring Sizzler, the voice of Stafford Speedway, Ben Dodge.
They come rumbling off turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest race in the history of spring goes green to the bottom of turn 1.
Side by side, off of 2 and up the back straightaway. Silk and Priest go at it side by side for that position. Pitcat looks on in third as they come off of turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Old Blue with the advantage in the outside lane, but Silk battling back to the bottom. He'll lead the opening lap.
There's no question about it.
Trouble turn 1, one car hard into the outside wall.
And that car looks to be the number 18 of Anthony Bello, and the other car that is involved.
Looks like Anthony Flannery in the 25.
And looks like the Anthony Flannery machine, car number 25.
Hey, this is this is Anthony Bello. Anthony, man, the number 19, hard hit into the wall. What happened there?
Yeah, unfortunately, lap 1, people drive like idiots, so we'll be back next month for the next Open 80. Hopefully we can do a little better than, you know, making it 1 lap, but gotta thank the whole group. These guys, you know, all week we struggled a little bit, but we finally got the car where it's at, and you know, we just can't. Yeah, we just can't catch him.
Yeah, tough deal there for Anthony. Go back, green flag racing.
The green flag is back out as we bump up the volume one more time. Ronnie Silk pulls away, and already challenging is Woody Pitcat, car number 88. Remember, he told you how important it was to win a Sizzler, and he liked nothing better than to do just that again.
See if we can string a couple of laps together as we have a battle up front. Here is Woody Pitcat to the inside of Ron Silk. Side by side, new leader, lap 3. The hometown kid goes to the front of the field. Stafford Springs' own Woody Pitcat to the point as they go back to turn 1.
While that's happening at the point of the field, here comes Matt Hirschman. Big Money Matt can smell the greenbacks, and that's the money that'll represent the winner of this event. Priest is stuck in the outside groove as he works his magic there as the number 6 car of Matty Galco turning some heads early in this event. 96 laps to go. It's just starting to get settled in. Meanwhile, Chase Dowling dips to the inside, bottom of the top 10. Car number 9 is on the move as well. So isn't the 7 car, and here comes the 25 of Matt Swanson.
Swanson just outside of the top 5 right now as they make their way up the back straightaway. Pitcat is the race leader over Ron Silk in second. Galco coming to life here early as he tucks in behind Matt Hirschman for third. Trouble off the corner in turn number 4. One car has gone around.
It looks like the number 31 machine of Noah Corner, and that's going to bring it back down to, well, almost a halt as the number 31 machine, Noah Corner, started in the 28th position.
Pitcat, Silk, front of the field. Then it's Hirschman and Galco. Set for the restart early on here in this 100-lap green flag event.
Here they come, off turn number 4. And there with the snap of the wrist, we are green and up to speed. Leader still remains Woody Pitcat. What a great run. Turning in early in this event is Matty Galco with car number 6. Outside lane gets pinched off just a bit. Inside lane looks like a freight train and a Congo line. As now Priest slips further back, he's at the bottom of the top 5.
Here they come off of turn number 4. Ryan Priest stuck in that outside lane, looking to get into line or trying in the 5th spot, just in front of McKennedy and Dowling. As they go to turn number 2, and Priest will tuck in the line in 5th. Just ahead of that side-by-side battle, John McKennedy, Chase Dowling, Mike Christopher Jr., part of it as well in car number 7.
2 cars that are picking them off almost one at a time is the number 9 of Dowling and the number 10 of Doug Colby. Now Colby forced to pull out of the outside groove and drop back to the inside. Leader into the record books. 10 laps in, and it is still Woody Pitcat. Here comes big money. Matt Hirschman making some noise. Glued all over the back bumper. And now Hirschman looks to go to the high side, thinks twice about it, and pulls it right back into formation.
Matt Hirschman, like we said earlier, Bobby Labonte nearly getting into the outside wall off of turn 2. He's okay. Trouble ahead. They stack up. Patrick Emmerling slowed, Blewett slowed, but they're okay outside of the top 15. Leaders have singled out, talking about Matt Hirschman in the 2nd spot. Never a race winner here at Stafford in all of his attempts. Although he hasn't been here lately.
Trouble
we
now.
have the trouble back straightaway.
It looks like underneath the flow racing.
That's Gallup.
Yep, it is the Gallup machine. And that is Jeff Gallup. He is a driver that competes in dirt competition as well. His dad, Richie Gallup, was one of the legendary SK Modified drivers at the start of that division. And of course, the SK Modifieds here at Stafford in its 40th season for 2022. So, laps to go, 88 laps, and car number 88 is the leader. And that is Woody Pitcat. They used to refer to him as the Sultan of Stafford.
He's done it all here at Stafford Speedway, talking about Woody, including a spring Sizzler win. 78 wins in total for Woody from Bethlehem, Connecticut. In fact, right here from Stafford. Won that race in 2015 for the current race leader as we continue to work under the 3rd caution flag of this event.
And we've had 2 different lead changes, of course. Now we're looking, it almost appeared that there was some contact made there. And the end result was the number 4 of Gallup spinning.
Like might have been Flynn with that contact off of turn number 2.
As the pace car pulls away from the field. Different combination in row number 1, Woody Pitcat and Matt Hirschman. Ronnie Silk, Matty Galco. Hats off to him. And here they come. Pretty evenly matched. Hirschman is up on the wheel, but Pitcat gets the bite. Woody Pitcat back in command. Then they're stacked up in rows of 2. Here comes Matty Ice, Matty Galco.
Battle for the lead. Here comes Big Money diving to the inside of the racetrack off turn 2. Matt Hirschman, Woody Pitcat, side by side for the lead, and all of that buildup, and caution is out again. Flynn involved in the incident in turn number 1 in car number 24.
And the 81 of Todd Owen is the second car that is involved, and that's going to bring out yet another caution.
Let's see if we can string together some laps here, as it has been a halting start to this race. Pace car is in. Flynn will exit the pit lane as the field comes off of turn number 4. Woody Pitcat to lead them back to green.
Come off the turn. They are tight and even. Matty Galco taps the back bumper of Woody Pitcat. Down the back straightaway, Pitcat by a chrome horn. Meanwhile, Hirschman goes up the track, and here comes Matty Galco and Ronnie Silk.
Crossover move from Hirschman didn't work this time by, as he looks to the inside, still digging hard on the bottom off of turn number 2. Pitcat leads. Galco now will try to take the third spot away. He will from Ron Silk off of turn 4. Here comes Matty Ice to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll take third.
John McKennedy is stuck on the inside, back in the 5th position. He is struggling, trying to get down underneath Ryan Preece. Then Michael Christopher, the 7 New York car, is marching to the front of the field. He tries to hold the upper lane. And then Dowling is stuck on the inside of the racetrack, but out in front, it is still Woody Pitcat. Matty Galco also right there contending. Another good side-by-side battle is McKennedy, and next to him is Michael Christopher. Then it's Ronnie Williams, Chase Dowling, and Teddy Hodgson.
Here they come off of turn 4. Hirschman getting antsy at the front of the field, has had several looks to the inside of Pitcat, but unable to make a move like he had a run. The caution, when the last caution came out, Hirschman in second, Galco third, then a bit of a gap back to Ronnie Silk in 4th, and here's Hirschman again looking to the outside.
Different strategy this time. Hirschman makes a bid for it to the inside, and here comes Matty Galco. Galco closing in like days of thunder in the upper groove, and Matty Galco goes around Matt Hirschman, and that is an accomplishment at any racetrack. Remember, Woody Pitcat used to drive the 6 car that Matty Galco is setting behind him in the Spring Sizzler.
Stan Mertz Racing entry, car number 6 in second. Here's Ronnie Williams moving to the inside of Mike Christopher Jr. That is a battle for the 7th spot on the racetrack. Williams will take it away. Christopher settling in the line just in front of Chase Dowling. Also Teddy Hodgson and Stephen
Here comes
Kopsik.
Matt Galco. Looks to become the 3rd leader of the event. Close, but no cigar. Hirschman reels him back in. And here to the outside goes Matty Galco. Pitcat slams the door. And now, here comes John McKennedy. McKennedy moves into the 4th spot with car 79. That's the white and red Middlesex car. Silks tries to settle back in. There's Galco going for it.
Here comes Galco inside of Pitcat. Now he'll try the bottom of the racetrack for the race lead. And there's contact. They're both okay, but both cars out of shape for a moment. Hirschman not losing touch right there in 3rd. In fact, he's going to look to the inside of Galco for the 2nd spot as they get singled out on the front stretch.
There's no question about it that you have the exact right terminology for this. They just touched for a second, and that was all it took. As Woody Pitcat continues with the Dunleavy truck and trailer repair looking racy. Further back at the bottom of the top 10, Kopsik has come to life. but the leader still remains Woody Pitkat.
Battle for second, Hirschman and Galko. Galko has it, Hirschman wants it, and they're going to get side by side just behind the race leader, Woody Pitkat, working lap number 28 of 100.
Steven Kopsick moves in to the inside of Chase Dowling, and Kopsick moves into the 9th position. So it's still a 3-car battle at the point. 72 laps.
Emmerling slow front straightaway into turn number 1. The defending winner off the pace as the field back to the stripe. And the race for the lead continues to be a good one.
It certainly does, but it is still 3 cars. And if you look at timing and scoring, first and second, .088. Hirschman, .251. So in simple layman's terms, that simply means this: that Woody Pitkat has slim pickings for a margin.
About a car length over Matt Galko in second,
about.
Hirschman in third, and again, Hirschman looking to the inside, but again, might be also at the same point, not wanting to push the issue, manages tires to see how long this green flag run will go. A lot of caution early.
Yes, it was, but that's not the case now. Laps to go, 68 remaining, and it is now a 4-car bid for the number 1 spot, as John McKennedy comes out of the shadows with his machine, car number 79. That was a big winner a week ago at New Hampshire International Speedway.
McKennedy has 2 Sizzler starts, finishing second in both of them, running 4th right now, or running finished 6th in both of those 2 starts for McKennedy.
Here comes Matty Galko.
Battle for the lead.
Matty Galko rubs rails as they come off turn number 4. Third different leader of the event. It is Matt Galko. Woody Pitkat has to settle back into second, and Matty Galko, once in command, he pulls ahead by about a car length and a half. Back in the second position. Now Hirschman sees what Galko did, and once Galko got into the lead, the margin between first and second is .385. Matt Hirschman.
Battle for second, trouble off 4, 1 car out of shape. It's Mike Christopher Jr., and it looked like he might have had a little help there.
Now this is where it could be interesting, because will we see any individuals coming down on pit road to make any adjustments whatsoever? Because, as we know, with 64 laps remaining, they've kind of been able to get some heat into the tires, and we have 3 different leaders. And let's go quickly down on pit road.
Patrick Emmerling has retired the number 1 car. Patrick, what took you out here?
Well, what happened earlier on in the race, I noticed under caution I was popping out of 4th gear, and you know, we were trying to make it work, but it kept just popping out of 4th gear, over revving the engine, and you know, I didn't want to do any more damage, and yeah, I just wouldn't stay in gear for more than a lap or so, and so we retired the car today.
Tough break for the defending champion, Patrick Emmerling.
And his streak of top 10 finishes in this race will come to an end. He had a top 10 in his last 4 Sizzler starts, including the win a year ago. Here's a look at the replay on Christopher, and it looks like Kopsick made a little bit of contact with Mike and sent him around.
So the Tom Baldwin race car goes around, and that brings out the caution. Down on pit road, Matty Swanson's machine is in. The 7 Also in of Christopher. Hosfeld is back in.
Kobe, it looks like, is in. Let's go there now. We'll start our coverage with John Gates.
Ryan Priest brings the bowler number 3 in. Looks like a complete tire rotation here, going fronts to back, backs to front. Crew running around the car and doing a great job of it. Matt Swanson also in the number 25. Looks like they're doing just right sides on that. Just a tire switch also on the 25 of Matt Swanson. He has now stalled the car. Let's go back to Dave Barabol.
So it's Dave Barabol checking on situations and things there. Interestingly enough, we've just received word from race control. Steven Kopsik has been penalized for aggression on the racetrack for the contact with the number 7 New York car. And that patented move of putting the right front to the right rear was a Mario Fiore trick that he used time and time again with Tommy Barrett and the Barrett family, and it always seemed to pay off, and we saw it pay off here at Stafford Speedway many times over the years. But maybe the surprise to some in this event is Matt Galco. The kid with a family-owned and racing operation picks up the Mertz ride, previously driven by Woody Pitcap, and moves it to the front of the class, back down at pit road.
The Hosfeld team working on the left side of the number 1 as he takes off to back out on the track. It was a left rear that they did some work on.
That's on the number 1 car for Hosfeld. You were talking about Matt Galco a moment ago, having a great run. Koopman Lumber providing sponsorship for the number 6 team here this weekend. So Koopman Lumber getting their money's worth right now up at the front of the field as we get set to go back to green. Kobe exiting the pit lane. Coming to green this time.
Well, it looks like some of the cream is starting to rise to the top of this one. We still got a long way to go. We are not even near the halfway point yet. Here we go. Matty Galco. And that gave the opportunity for the inside lane to open up. And when it did, Matt Hirschman moves in and Hirschman takes over the lead.
What a run for Matt Hirschman, or Galco stutter step just a bit off of turn number 2. They'll come back down to the stripe, and it's going to be Hirschman at the front of the field in car number 60.
Down to the bottom, it looks like the Goodale machine developed a caffeine twitch. Back up front, leader of the pack, 4th different leader in the event. And now Anthony Nacella and Marcello Rafano are threading the needle back up through traffic. Nacella in the 10th spot, Rafano up to 11.
Teddy Hodgson out of line, card number 55, as he tries to advance his spot closer to the top 5. Moves to the inside of Williams to take that 6th spot away. Williams in the 50, back to 7th, but hanging tough top side off of turn number 2.
Once Hirschman got into the lead, he pulled away by .632 over Woody Pitcap. So it just goes to show you how strong that car is. A little further back, Anthony Nacella is picking them off one at a time. Nacella started in the 21st starting position, and Nacella, with the number 92 car, moves into the top 10. 59 laps to go.
Closing in on halfway of this 50th Napa Spring Sizzler. Hirschman out front, bid for 2nd on the back straightaway. Here is Galco to the inside of Pitcat. Matt Galco will take 2nd. Pitcat back to 3rd. Silk in 4th. McKennedy now will round out the top 5 with a fast closing Teddy Hodgson in 6th.
Teddy Hodgson, he's a voice to be reckoned with. And it's still a strong battle for 3rd to the bottom of the top 10. And it's anyone's race there. Single file, bumper to bumper. Nobody stepping out of line as yet. But remember, tire management is key. And we have not seen many competitors do anything other than move tires front to rear. Eli is coming back to the front as he continues
Bobby Labonte in that pack of traffic as well in card number 25.
Yep.
Here's Priest to the outside in card number 3, also beginning to make his way back toward the front, deeper in the pack as they come off of turn 4. In fact, Priest flying around, Dowling right now for a spot just outside of the top 10. That's the battle for 12th.
And here is Steven Kopsik. Remember, he got penalized, and now he's coming back up through the field as Kopsik's in the 14th position.
Biggest lead of the event right now,
yes,
for
sir.
Matt Hirschman at 0.8 of a second over Matt Galko. Woody Pitkat in third, fading just a bit, but it could be by design. Still a long way to go, 53 laps and counting.
Yep.
Silk in fourth, John McKennedy fifth, then it's Teddy Hodgson in sixth. And you see Mike Christopher Jr. also knifing his way back up through the field. Outside lane for car number 7. Still a long way to go for Christopher, but slowly but surely coming through the field in the 16th position.
Well, it continues to be about the same margin between first and second as second and third. So Matt Hirschman, a margin of .960 over Matty Galko. And then it looks like 2/10 separate our third place runner, and that of course is Woody Pitkat.
Halfway home, 50 down, 50 to go in the 50th running of the Napa Spring Sizzler. Down to the stripe, Matt Hirschman will lead at the cross flags over Matt Galko, Woody Pitkat, Ron Silk, and John McKennedy.
Keep your eyes on the battle between John McKennedy and Ronnie Silk. That is for the 4th and the 5th position. Teddy Hodgson is directly behind them. McKennedy, as now it appears that Silk's car is suddenly starting to become evil, to say the least.
Ronnie Williams losing a spot there to Kopsik. Make that Jack Ely in the outside lane.
And
here's
Kopsik,
Doug Kobe coming to the front in car number 10.
Now remember, Kobe came in and he pitted. They made some adjustments, and evidently those adjustments are working because Kobe is starting to come back to life.
Rafrano in the outside lane.
Here
now,
comes Priest again.
4.
He tucks it down low underneath Ronnie Williams as Ryan Priest moves into the 7th spot. Williams is back to 8th with the number 50 car. Chris Pastriak is 9th, and Chuck Hosfeld has worked his way back into the top 10. Just out of the top 10 is Anthony Nacella, the 92. The 179 is Steven Kopsik is 12th. Michael Christopher is 13th. Marcello Rafano is 14th.
Rounding out the top 15, Jack Ely from Wall, New Jersey. Having a great run here in his first Sizzler. Keeping an eye on Matt Galko there in the 6th, and a large gap back to Woody Pitkat running also unchallenged in 3rd, and then that battle for 4th heats up behind them in John McKennedy and Ron Silk. Silk has the spot. There's McKennedy right there looking to the inside. Hodgson, and here comes Ryan Priest. Got to be one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now in Old Blue.
It certainly looks that way, and all of a sudden, another car that's quick. Oh, we've got a problem. One car in the wall. And the car that hits at a ton is just under the long view billboard, and it looks like it is
Marcello
Rafano with the number 48 car. That's a car that came out of the LFR camp in Boylston, Massachusetts. And a heartbreaker because Marcello Rafano was running in the 14th position, coming up on the number 92 car. Now let's see who's going to be heading down on pit road, because there are 44 laps remaining. Resetting the field for you, watching on Flow Television, Matt Hirschman with the number 60 car is our leader, Matty Galko, setting in the comfort zone in second. Last circuit by under green. 1.085. Woody Pitkat is in third. Ronnie Silk is in fourth. John McKennedy up to 5. Teddy Hodgson is in 6th with the 55. Ryan Preece in 7th with the number 3 car. And Kyle pointed it out, the 3 was off the pace for several laps. And then all of a sudden, it started gaining momentum, and it ended up working its way back through traffic. And Hosfeld's now back into the top 8. Ronnie Williams in the 9th position. Chris Pastriak is 10th. Kopsick, after a penalty,
here they
is
come
11th.
On pit road, all the leaders.
Everybody coming down on pit road.
This could be what wins you the Napa Spring Sizzler, this stop right here, or at least go a long way in helping. Well, everyone's on pit road. Let's go down there now. We'll start with John Gates.
On pit side, Woody Pitkat brings the Air Gas Chevrolet into the pits. Looks like new right sides on the 88. Ryan Preece in the number 3 in the pits. Right sides, brand new rubber for the BRE machine. Also in the pits, John McKennedy in the number 79. They too going with brand new rubber on the right side.
Right side's also on the number 60, our leader, Matt Hirschman. Also right in front of me, the 1 of Chuck Hosfeld as they go to work on the left rear. Teddy Hodgson taking on also a left rear tire. And also Mike Christopher, that is right side tires, both rears and fronts on the number 7 machine.
Looks like Hirschman is going to make it back out. He spins his tires along with the number 3 car of Preece.
Problems for Matt Swanson trying to get that right front off of that car. Car still jacked up on the right-hand side. Great pit stop for Ryan Preece in number 3.
Bobby Labonte also still on the pit lane, car number 25.
The 55 car is also there for Teddy Hodgson.
3 cars
Chase
stayed
Dowling,
out.
the number 9. And the number, looks like the 81 car is the final car on pit road.
Jimmy Blewett stayed out, as did Doug Kobe. Remember, they were in earlier. And the number 4 for Jeff Gallup. So the strategy beginning to take shape here.
Sure is. Not a lot of laps lost because every green flag.
Yep, only green flag laps
Yes.
count. Pace car is in. Let's see how the older tires fare at the front of the field. And Gallup doesn't come up to speed on those older tires. He'll spin them before the start-finish line. One car nearly misses the turn. He keeps it off the wall. Looks like that's Pitkat.
Woody Pitkat. Talk about a roller coaster ride as Pitkat, the early leader of the event, the Brookfield Glass Dunleavy's Air Gas, number 88. Paint scheme like the Buzz Chu race car that he won with here in that historic win he talked about so much.
Former Sizzler winner back in 2015. And Woody will close in at the tail end of the field. Should be a quick caution, not any cleanup in turn number 1, or no cleanup in turn number 1. Just a matter of getting everybody realigned and back in their proper restart spots. That'll give Gallup a second shot at this restart, car number 4, as we get a look at the replay of that start. And I think he spun the tires. There might have been contact there, but it looked like he might have spun the tires.
And now as everybody kind of scrambled there, Buddy Charette does a pretty good job of holding it to the inside. Then Woody Pitkat's car goes up and out of harm's way. There's a look at your running order. Hirschman still the leader, Galko. Then Pitkat, of course, was the caution car, so he will drop further down the food chain. Lights are off.
We'll try it again. Again, Blewett.
And watch Gallup again on this restart, because remember what happened last time. And almost the same thing happens again. How ironic is that?
Doug Kobe in the outside lane gets a good restart on those older tires, but here comes Hirschman. Those top two better get gone quick because Hirschman's coming on those fresher tires in third as they come off of turn number 4. And here comes Ryan Priest, 3 wide outside and trouble. Moeller goes around on the front straightaway. Owen Labonte also involved. Will stay green for now as there was no contact. Caution is out.
Caution flag is out, and it looks like the Labonte machine. And then Todd Owen's race car, this one. And it looks like Anthony Nacella. There's Labonte's car. The left front wheel is actually not turning.
Locked
up. It is flat and it is locked up. So 43 laps to go. And there's Labonte's car heading down the pit road. Let's check in with our pit road reporters to find out what the story is there.
Well, that is the call, Ben. The 25 of Bobby Labonte passed me. I'm right here alongside it. A flat left front tire. They're going to work immediately on that car, doing a bit of check.
And that, of course, is the Wicked Power Sports car. And we're going to take a look at the replay. And the front group of cars, and then it was about 3/4 of the way back. Moeller was involved.
It was the first car to get out of shape. Andrew Moeller, and his third incident of the day.
Yep, Todd Owen. And it looks like Labonte's got his helmet off.
Ben, that is the case. Bobby Labonte already with the helmet off. Window net down. Night over for the cookout, number 25.
We'll try it again. Blewett, Kobe, front of the field, green flag.
And it is Blewett by inches over the Mayhew Tools machine. Blewett drips up the racetrack, and here comes Ryan Priest. Meanwhile, what a scramble as Richie Gallup is stuck in the middle, and he continues to shuffle his way further back in the field.
Priest had a look for the race lead off turn 4. He'll look again in turn number 2. It is Blewett out at the point, but here comes Old Blue. Ryan Priest looking to the inside in turn 3. He'll take the top spot away off turn 4. Blewett with the high side momentum. Dead even at the start-finish line, but count it as Ryan Priest leading lap number 59.
Priest
Trouble
is in
again,
command.
turn 1. Couple cars stacked
wow,
up. Teddy
more
Hodgson.
than a couple. We've got 5 cars, make it 6 cars that are involved, and among them being the 25 of Swanson. Teddy Hodgson is involved. Moeller's car is involved. And there we can see it's the 81 of Jack Eli. Sparks beneath that race car as he tries to head back down the pit road. Here we go. Priest selects the bottom groove. Jimmy Blewett on the upper lane. Priest gets a nice bite off the turn. John McKennedy goes from the outside to the inside, car 79. And here's Matt Hirschman, red number 60. Looking for the ka-ching, the money. Oh, and Blewett stuck it in deep, then forced to back out of it.
On those older tires for Jimmy Blewett, hanging on to third for now. As the top 2 begin to break away, Ryan Priest at the point, Matt Hirschman in second. Then it's Blewett, McKennedy, and Ron Silk, the top 5, the way they run. Mike Christopher Jr. coming toward the front, car number 7 to the inside of Ronnie Williams in the 50. Williams in the outside lane, Christopher to the bottom. Great racing from about the 8th spot on back. A lot of 2 wide battling. Eric Goodale coming back toward the front after some early race troubles as well in car number 58.
We've got a swarm of cars in mid-pack, and right in the middle of that is Doug Kobe with the number 10 car. Lutz from the Whelen Modified Tour. And now they go 3 wide in that pack that is from about 10th on back.
Chris Pastriak, car 75, bold 3 wide move, a half lap to go, picks up a couple of spots. Kobe trying to come back up through. There's the battle for third with Blewett, McKennedy, and Silk. Can add Williams to that list as well in car number 50.
as they work their magic. It's still 2 cars out in front and pulling away. Margin, .254 between Matt Hirschman and Ryan Preece. Meanwhile, things are starting to settle in just a bit. And they start to string it out. All of a sudden, it appears that Ronnie Silk, and now look at Hirschman. He's glued to the back bumper of Ryan Preece.
2 drivers that so very much not only want to win the 50th Napa Spring Sizzler, but also want to race in the SRX event here on July 2nd. And for Ryan Preece, wants to race against his current boss in Tony Stewart, who will be a part of that event. Preece, of course, part of the Stewart-Haas racing camp.
And still, Hirschman trying everything. Here's the move. It doesn't work. But Hirschman runs on rails to the inside. Can't do it. Pulls it back in the line. Leader still remains. Preece. Now, Ronnie Silk. Bottom shot. Car number 16, black and neon orange car. Moving into the 4th position. That bumps John McKennedy back to the 5th spot.
Here comes Ronnie Williams, car number 50 in the 6th spot. Mike Christopher Jr. in 7th. Further up, no change at the point. Just about a foot or so between the top 2, Ryan Preece and Matt Hirschman. 2 of the favorites coming into this event, the class of the field here in the second half of this race with 30 laps to run.
And there's no question that John McKennedy also has his hands full, as Ronnie Williams is right behind him. And that is for the 5th and 6th position. Michael Christopher back up to the top 7 with the 7 New York car.
Good run for Mike, driving for Tommy Baldwin, and has rebounded nicely into the top 10. A regular in the SK Modifieds here. Those 2 actually won an open modified show a year ago together. Talking about
move.
Mike Christopher and Tommy Baldwin.
Here's a side-by-side battle as Ronnie Williams sweeps to the inside of John McKennedy, and Michael Christopher makes his presence known. 27 laps remaining.
Challenge up front, a bit of contact between the top 2. Hirschman letting Preece know that he's there. A half a lap ago, and he's going to make a little contact again in turn number 1. Approaching some lap traffic for Ryan Preece and Matt Hirschman into the final 25 laps as they come back to the stripe. We're going to put a lap on the Gallup car.
And now Chase Dowling moves underneath the Doug Lutz machine to take over the 12th spot.
Craig Lutz having a decent day just outside of the top 10. Dowling, Lutz, Pastriak in a pack of traffic. There's Matt Galco in car number 6, and here's the challenge for the lead. Hirschman at a line off of turn 2. Preece top side, they are side by side for the top spot.
Hirschman takes it in at a ton. Preece continues to run hard to the upper groove. But when they come to the stripe, it's still Preece, the leader of the pack. 23 laps and counting.
Side by side, it's going to be Hirschman by the time they get to the back straightaway. Matt Hirschman back to the front of the field at Stafford. Preece has to get in the line in 2nd. A large gap back to Jimmy Blewett. He runs unchallenged in 3rd. And at the front of the field, immediately, Matt Hirschman looking to pull away from Ryan Preece, who right now can't hang with him with 22 laps to go.
Things starting to settle in from the 6th spot back to the bottom of the top 10. And now Michael Christopher is all over the back bumper of John McKennedy. And that's the battle for 6th. McKennedy in the 79 car. And there is Michael Christopher running on rails. trying to get around John McKennedy.
Unfortunately for them, all of this battling, about a half a lap behind the race leaders. Matt Hirschman, Ryan Preece, they have checked out from the rest of the field, including that group, including John McKennedy and Mike Christopher, Matt Galco. There's Christopher in car number 7, closing the gap on McKennedy in 6th in car number 79. Good battle for position there.
Sure is, and that continues to be the hot spot of the racetrack. Meanwhile, it still remains Matt Hirschman looking for the big money and the big win and that prestigious SRX start.
25 prior races here at Stafford for Matt Hirschman, no wins. Looking to change that here today. This is one of the few racetracks that he has run at that he's never won at for Matt. And he is moving around some lap traffic. Etheridge goes a lap down. They have a host of cars just in front of them off of turn 4, including Doug Kobe, Andrew Moeller, Jack Ely.
And of course, we continue to watch that battle. Meanwhile, Galco has come back up, and now Dowling moves to the inside of Woody Pitcat in the call before you dig car.
That's the battle for 11th as they now get things sorted out with Dowling in front of Pitcat, who's recovering from his incident several laps ago in car number 88.
15 laps remaining as the countdown continues.
Leaders in heavy-duty lap traffic, 5 cars about to go a lap down just in front of Hirschman. Here comes Ryan Preece closing to within a car length as they go to the outside of Gallup and corner and close in on Kobe off turn 4.
Heavy traffic is the story. Doug Kobe. When's the last time you've seen Kobe go down a lap under green? And that worked to the advantage of Hirschman. There is no question about that. And now,
down to it, 12 laps to go.
And Ronnie Silk continues to muscle on Beluit in that battle for the 3rd position. And now a little further back.
That's Dowling out of line, looking to move back into the 9th spot. Goodale has 9th in car 58. Dowling zipping up through the field, but that battle exactly a half a lap behind the race leaders who are already off of turn number 4. Down to it, 10 laps to go for big money, Matt Hirschman. Ryan Preece losing touch just a bit in Old Blue.
No question. As we've seen this run, and at times it looked like Preece had the quickest car in the racetrack, but Matt Hirschman has a way of closing the deal, perhaps like no other in this field of cars.
No doubt, very few that are better, if anyone. They got more lap traffic ahead, though, that they are going to have to work through before this race is all said and done if we stay under the green flag. About 3 car lengths between Hirschman and Preece. Teddy Hodgson, the next lap car that they'll get to. Stephen Kopsick, Matt Swanson.
And all of a sudden, Michael Christopher, who's running in the 7th position, he is struggling. The car suddenly has become evil on him. Matty Galco directly behind him. And John McKennedy is backed up. But look at the Christopher car. He really's got his hands full.
That's in the 7 New York Racing entry as the leaders come back off of turn 4. Lap traffic ahead. They've closed in. Now they have to work around it. Kopsick and Hodgson about to go a lap down. Hirschman will go to the outside. Hodgson will simply pull out of the way, give the leaders plenty of room topside. Preece closes in to within a car length. This one far from over with 7 laps to go.
Meanwhile, it looks like with less than 7, Dowling's picked up another spot as he now moves into the top 9. We've got a spin. This could change the entire complexion of this event.
Caution is out.
With 5 green flag laps to go. And it was for a spin that took place in turn number 2. And let's see.
It might have been Ely. We'll look at it. He has looks like a tire down on the right front corner of that car.
Right front wheel down on the machine. So with 5 laps to go when they go back to green, Matt Hirschman is the leader.
The NAPA Spring Sizzler Trophy on the line and a ticket to the SRX event on July 2nd. Here we go.
Here we go. Lights are off. Let's wait and see him light them up off turn number 4. The final 5. Good start for Priest in the outside lane.
Here they come, side by side off turn 2. Priest digging hard in the outside lane. Hirschman on the bottom. They are side by side into turn 3. Priest inching out front for a moment. Hirschman with the advantage on the bottom. Priest will lead with 4 to go.
4 circuits remaining. And we've got a scramble. Todd Owen and the Pastriak machine come together as Owen fires it back up. And how ironic, we were just talking about Chris Pastriak, and he becomes the victim of circumstances there as well. 4 laps as the countdown continues.
Who will fill the SRX field? Who will add their name to the Sizzler Trophy? We'll find out in 2 miles from now. Pace car is in. Priest, Hirschman, front row, off turn 4, in the restart box they go. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Old Blue leads the field to turn number 1. Hirschman hanging tough in the outside lane. Priest will drift up the speedway just a bit. Here comes Hirschman.
Hirschman, like he was on cue, moves in, picks up the spot. Priest now backs out of it just momentarily, and that gives Ronnie Silk the advantage down underneath Ronnie Williams. 3 laps remaining. Hirschman once in command.
Corner around turn 1. Car number 31. Caution again, and we'll try it again. 3 laps to go. We're clicking this one off one at a time.
And here we go.
Green flag off of turn number 4. Priest has another shot in that outside lane. Hirschman strong on the bottom as they go side by side off of turn number 2. Silk, best seat in the house, right there in the 3rd spot. Williams in 4th, Lewitt in 5th. 2 laps to go, and they are still side by side at the point. Now
Look at the
crossover.
It is still Hirschman, the leader of the pack, down into turn number 2, down the back straightaway. White flag is about to come out, but Hirschman leads the parade of cars into turn number 3. Off the turn, white flag is out, no surrendering in the battle for the lead.
White flag, Matt Hirschman leads into turn number 1. Is tonight the night? Priest has one final shot off of turn number 2. Gets a good run up the back straightaway for the final time.
Deep into turn number 3, Matt Hirschman looks to secure the victory in the greatest race in the history of spring, the 50th anniversary. The win will go to Matt Hirschman. Finishing in the runner-up position, Ryan Priest with the number 3 car. 3rd position goes to Ronnie Silk with car number 16. Ronnie Williams will finish in the 4th spot with car number 50. That is Jimmy Blewett to finish among the top 5 with the 02.
Let's go down trackside. Matt Hirschman climbing out of the car. Big money's in victory lane at Stafford Motor Speedway.
For the first time in 25 times, it's 26th time actually, Matt Hirschman goes to victory lane here in our 50th annual Spring Sizzler, lifting up that very heavy trophy after a very exciting race. The first guy to congratulate Hirschman in victory lane was none other than Ryan Priest, but the number 60 is your winner here on our 50th annual Spring Sizzler. Hirschman putting that beautiful 50th anniversary trophy on the top of the car. He gets the flowers, the milk, the family's here. Here we go, the ceremonial drinking of the milk here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Hirschman in a spirited battle with Ryan Preece over the last half of this race. And Tony also gets a drink of the milk. Let's get in and get a word with our winner, Matt Hirschman. Still talking to the family. Hirschman putting that beautiful number 60 car into victory lane, gets a big hug from Dad. They call him Big Money, and no doubt he earned it today. Matt Hirschman, man, the number 60 car. I tell you, what a piece of driving. You and Ryan Preece put on one of the finest modified races we've seen out here in a long time. Stafford Speedway, Spring Sizzler, congratulations.
You wanted the best. You got the best right there. That's the finish everybody came for to see there. What a race. Just Ryan and I have had so many races like that, and we don't even race that often anymore with him being part of the NASCAR series. But just another classic between us, really. I mean, just, you know, just two of us just going for everything. You know, we ran each other clean, but I used the wall and everything else to try and win that race there. Just incredible. Unbelievable job by Stafford Speedway, what they did, and I'm here because of what they did, and you know, just the win and you're in thing for the SRX is just you know, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I just couldn't pass up this chance. And to be a Sizzler winner now, and my dad, the first father-son combo to ever do that. We've done that in the Race of Champions, and now we've done it in the Spring Sizzler, and those are about as great as it gets in modified racing. So just so glad to be a part of this, and for Stafford to do what they did, and be on Flow Racing, and you know, and then get the opportunity with the SRX. It's just unbelievable.
Well, an awesome piece of driving, Matt. Congratulations, and I want to introduce a guy to you right here, Alan Bestwick from the SRX, and I think he's got a ticket for you.
Hey, Matt, congratulations. I know you know because you just talked about it, but the Superstar Racing Experience has gathered a field of 11 Indianapolis 500 winners, Daytona 500 winners, Racing Hall of Famers, and your win today earns you the chance at the 12th and final entry in our July 2nd race here at Stafford. I hope you're free that day. Can you get the day off from the boss and the team?
I don't know if I'm going to sleep till then, to be honest. It's just it's going to be you know, like I said, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a part of that, and the short track racer being included in the SRX is what drew me as a viewer. I watched every one of them. Doug represented the modifieds well by winning, and just, you know, I watched all the other ones, you know, because of that, and just to think of that, guys that won Daytona 500s, Indy 500s, Cup championships, IndyCar championships, to be able to share the track with them will be an absolute honor, and something I greatly look forward to. Like I said, like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of sleepless nights, I think, just thinking about it.
So just a quick sidebar. The head honcho of SRX, Don Hawk, was supposed to be here to present you your SRX fire suit here in Victory Lane tonight. They probably have a shot on the big screen that you can't see. His flight was canceled. So instead, I'm his stand-in, and I have for you ticket 0001 for the Stafford SRX race, signed by Lisa Root of the Track Ownership family, saying, welcome to the show. And on behalf of all of us at CBS Sports, SRX, welcome. We look forward to seeing you in July.
Can't wait to be a part of it. Hopefully as many of you can come back, and just like I said, for me and my family and my team here. My team helped get me here. I hope as many of them can be here that night as possible to help us, you know, to be a part of it. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing it. I know we have a lot more goodies to give. Folks at NAPA, coming on in.
As photos continue with our NAPA representation here for the 50th annual Spring Sizzler, a big thank you goes out to our friends at NAPA Auto Parts, a big part of Stafford Motor Speedway, as we go to our second place finisher here, and with Dave Barabalt.
Ryan Preece, was there anything left that Old Blue could have given you to try to get the win?
No, we left it all on the track tonight. We gave it our best. Thank you, Call Before You Dig, Big Wheel Truck Sales, B&M Maintenance, Propane Plus, all these guys that help these guys come out, Hunt Brothers Pizza, Ernest Performance, Jerry Shocks, Racing Electronics, Whitehall Communications, great job spotting tonight, Magnus Performance, Oval Speed, all the guys that helped me too. We had a really fast race car, just not fast enough. Matt's got his program. Him and Tony do a really good job with it, and we've run 2 races together, and we fought Matt pretty much until the end. So it was good to be back in Old Blue. Great to be here at the Sizzler. Congratulations to that entire 60 team. They've been the dominant modified in the Northeast for a long time, and it was good to see Old Blue up front and racing for a victory. Just came at 1 spot short.
Ryan Priest brings it home second in the Spring Sizzler. We'll go to John Gates with our 3rd place runner.
Yeah, Ronnie Silk, good drive there, Ronnie. Came on quick there towards the end. I know you started up front. You had him for a little while there, but get me through some of the race highlights for you.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good race. We never got it quite right. I was kind of too tight to start and just off a little bit, but good run, top 3. Can't complain about that. Congratulations to Matt and his team. Great job. And it was a lot of fun to be back for the Sizzler and hopefully be back again soon.
Ronnie, I know the 16. You got some people that help you out on that. Who are they?
Yeah, Future Homes, Blue Mountain Machine, Champion Oil, Willwood Brakes, all the guys that just work on this car and give up their time to come help us out. Can't do it without them.
Ronnie Silk, you go 3rd in the Spring Sizzler, our 50th annual Spring Sizzler in the number 16 car.